If you're chasing exciting investments, you're broke, and deep down you know it, because if your portfolio feels like a casino where you're blindly throwing money in and hoping that everything works out, that's exactly what it is. You're building your wealth on a house of cards. Listen, my friends, the rich, they don't gamble on trends. They get rich doing something so boring, you've probably ignored it your entire life. And that boring move, well, here's how it works. It bought me my freedom, and I'm going to show you exactly how to make that same boring system work for you. Listen, early in my career, I thought wealth came in big swings. So I did everything that you're probably doing right now. I was chasing the next big thing: stocks, options, flipping, crypto, foreign currency. Every hot trend, I put money on it. And it ended up feeling kind of like a roller coaster. I was up sometimes, but when I was up, I had no idea why I was up, but usually I was down. I was all over the place, but the last place I was actually being wealthy. So you know what happened as I followed this script? Every time I thought I found the game changer, it left me stressed out and broke. That little hit of excitement, that rush that you get when you think about that big hit, that's the same feeling that gamblers chase in Vegas. You know who the house is. The house is Wall Street. The house is the one constantly calling you back with the siren song saying, hey, we've got the next bet for you to place your hard-earned money on. But the wealthy, here's what the wealthy do. They don't play the Wall Street game. The wealthy, they don't gamble. They don't chase hype. They buy boring assets that pay them every single month forever, and that's what makes them wealthy. They build a system that continuously, constantly works. They're never gambling. They're building a system of predictability. And if you want freedom, you need to stop chasing excitement and start building predictability, pouring wealth. Listen, here's what I want you to consider. That's the shift that changed everything for me. And it's about to change everything for you if you're ready to build real wealth and own and control the one resource that real wealth actually allows you to control: your time. So here's the truth. You're never going to get rich by chasing quick wins. The wealth game isn't about doubling your money overnight. It's about stacking streams of income that will never stop. Speculation, it's gambling. Cash flow is freedom. And the boring strategy I'm about to share with you does three unique things for you. Number one, it pays you predictable income every single month. Think about having an asset just like an employee, except that employee never calls in sick, never stops producing, and always gives you income. That's the power of having an asset that gives you income every single month. Number two, your assets grow in value automatically over time without any of your effort. The assets that I'm talking about actually align with economic forces. That means things like inflation that make the poor actually make you more money. Now, number three, the system, these assets, they give you leverage, so your money works twice as hard as you do. This allows you to tap into their system to make you wealthy. Now, if this sounds too simple, that's a good thing, because the complicated stuff, the things that Wall Street tries to sell you, the latest bets, the hottest trends, those are the things that are actually keeping you broke. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, okay, I get it, but how do I actually turn this into a plan that buys back my life? Well, here's the thing. I've got you, my friends. We put together a free guide called How to Retire in 10 Years or Less. Inside, here's what you're gonna learn: the exact steps to hit your freedom number, why Wall Street will never get you there, and the system I use to collapse decades into years. I want you to grab it right now because it's completely free. The link is in the description below. Now, let me show you how this boring strategy changed everything for me. Here it is. Turnkey single-family rentals. Not apartment complexes, not Airbnbs, just simple 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes in stable markets. Now, here's why you should care. Because everyone needs a home, always. There is no exception to that. I want you to think about the concept. It's called Maslow hierarchy of need. At the very foundation of this concept are our basic human needs. Every human needs a place to stay, a place of security, a place to live. They need food and they need shelter. So if you have those things, if you have an asset that meets one of those demands, here's the thing I want you to consider. Your asset is always in demand. No matter what the rental cycle is, no matter what the real estate market is saying that is happening out there, this part of the real estate market is always stable. Simple 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes. Rents always go up, even in downturns. And properties, well, they always appreciate. Now, maybe sometimes a little bit slower than you want, but that's the boring part of wealth. Now, here's what I want you to consider about boring appreciation combined with leverage. Let's say you buy a $100,000 house, and let's say over 1 year, that house appreciates by 5%, meaning at the end of the year, the value of that house has gone up by 5%. So the house went from $100,000 to $105,000. What's your rate of return in that example? Well, in that simple example, you earned a 5% return. But now let's flip flip the script. If you bought that same $100,000 house and you used the bank to finance 80% of it, that means you only had to put in $20,000 to buy the $100,000 house, but it still goes up by 5%. Now, because you use leverage, here's the question for you. What is your rate of return on the value of that asset? Well, it still went up by 5%, but because you only put in $20,000, your rate of return just jumped from 5% to 25%. You are earning a rate of return on the bank's money. If you want to apply this same strategy inside of your life, here's what that looks like. Step number one, fund your vault. A vault is an overfunded whole life insurance policy that stores your cash, grows it tax-free, and gives you access to a private line of credit. Step number two, borrow against your vault. Not your money, the insurance company's money. You're using leverage, my friend. Step number three, put 20% down on a $100,000 to a $200,000 property and use the bank to buy the rest of that property. Step number four, hire a property manager. They handle the tenants, repairs, and headaches. That means you own your time and own your asset. Step number five, let the rent cover everything and pay you a couple $100 a month in profit for your efforts in acquiring the asset. Predictable, boring, and here's the best part. It works. If it sounds too simple, let me show you what happened on my very first deal. I'll never forget it. I bought a $120,000 home in Memphis. The cash flow on it was about $350 a month. It's nothing flashy. It's nothing I'm gonna get on Instagram and start bragging about because it's just a simple, boring house. But when that first rent check hit and my vault started replenishing, it hit me. I just got paid while I slept. That's the moment in my mind everything clicked. You don't need to risk everything to get ahead. You just need a system that quietly prints money every single month, whether you work or not. That's the secret, my friends. Assets that produce real income in this economy always appreciate and give you the thing that you want, your time back. No chasing the latest trend, just boring, simple money deposited in your bank account every single month. And here's the best part. When you repeat it, that's where the magic starts to happen. So here's how it's going to become life-changing for you. You use the rental income to pay off your vault loan. As soon as it's paid back, you simply push the repeat button. You borrow again to buy the next property. You repeat this system over and over and over again. Your money is now compounding in the vault and your properties at the very same time. Imagine this for just a moment. Your dollar that you traded your time, your effort, and your energy to acquire is now working in two assets simultaneously for you to buy back your time. By property number 5, this thing is basically running itself. By property number 10, I don't need a job anymore. And by property number 17, I was completely financially free and I walked away from a 6-figure salary, owning my time, never looking back again. Now, you can do the same thing. You don't need millions, you don't need luck, you just need a process that you can repeat. So this is the thing that no one tells you. If your investments excite you, you're gambling. You don't need excitement. You want excitement in your life, not in your investments. You need predictability. That predictability is what allows you to go have the excitement in your life. When you're building your financial plan on a stable foundation, it opens up the possibility that you get to build and live an exciting, invigorating, and adventurous life because your money is now predictable. You need assets that pay you every single month without any drama. And that's what this strategy gives you. The flashy stuff, yeah, I get it. It looks fun. But wealth is built on boring principles. I didn't get rich by flipping houses. I didn't get rich by trading crypto. I got rich by buying boring, simple, single-family homes and repeating that process. In fact, I still repeat that process today. What started as one home is now well over 50 homes, all of them producing little streams of income for me every single month. If you're ready to stop gambling and start building predictable wealth, then this is the game. And if you think that boring is powerful, wait until you see the flip side. Because the fastest way to stay broke, it's the plan that you've been following your entire life. I call it the 37-year broke loser plan. In this next video, I'm going to share with you why it traps millions of people and how to make sure it never traps you. So click here now and don't miss this wake-up call.